Fort Worth, Texas, we're just 10 minutes away. 10 minutes away from one of the fastest growing rodeo associations on the planet, right here with the bull teams only. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see some of the greatest bull riders in the world, not only from the PBR, but as well as the PRCA, come together in one growing association here with the bull teams only, with some big-time contractors bringing the best bulls they got right here to compete head-to-head. Just here tonight, folks, we're going to be paying out hundreds of thousands of dollars right here, and it's about to go down in 10 minutes. Grab yourself a stiff drink. Let's get settled in. Let's have a big-time party on a Friday night here in Fort Worth, Texas with the BTO.
They say the cowboy is tougher than nails and stronger than steel. That may be true, but I think it's much more than that. Cowboys are a family. They help others when their own chips are down. They may fall 1,000 times, but they get back up 1,001. Being a cowboy is tough, and that's why we support them.
Fort Worth, Texas, welcome to the Bull Teams Only. We have got some of the greatest bull riders in the world that have made their way right here to Cowtown to go head-to-head with some big-time bull teams from some of the great stock contractors going up and down the road. Right here in the Bull Teams Only, folks, you're watching one of the fastest-growing organizations in all of Western sports. And right now, as we look to kick off a 2025 season in a huge way with some of the greatest bull riders in the world, not only from the PBR, but from the PRCA as well, it is about to be a big-time night here on a Friday in Cowtown. My name is Cody Wood from Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I'm joined with Trent Jones from Bonham, Texas. Trent, this is about to be a big-time bull riding.
Cody, you cannot say it enough. I'm telling you, Cowtown, you better be ready to watch because it's fixing to be a show. This event alone last year paid over $1 million, and it is fixing to be electric.
That's right, folks. Without further ado, it is that time to meet your gladiators. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your bull riders. Now, each and every one of these bull riders are going to slide up on the back of their ropes going head-to-head with some big-time animal athletes. Not only are these bull riders going to be competing for big money, but like Trent alluded to, over $1 million was paid out in the 2024 season, with a huge part of that payday going to these animal athletes and these bucking bulls. So as you look at some of the great bull riders in the world today that are entering this arena, just like any other sport in this world, there is always those few that continue to rise to the top, that continue to find themselves in a winner's circle and in that number one position. And not only did we see a whole bunch of them walk through this arena right now, but we've got some of the very best in the world right here without question. Folks, this next man in this last month, just a couple of weeks ago, won over $50,000 in the gold buck and shoots in the City of Lights at the National Finals Rodeo. No doubt about it, this is one of the rising superstars in the rodeo world, and over the next decade plus, you're going to watch this young man turn into a phenom without question. There is gold buckles galore coming his way. He was your number 4 man in the all-around race in the PRCA, number 27 in the bareback riding, your number 7 bull rider in the world, folks. This is none other than Arapahoe, Oklahoma's Wacy Shala.
So now we move to Stephenville, Texas. This cowboy alone went to the Texas Rattlers, helped Las Vegas, goes to Las Vegas, helps the Rattlers. Finished 4th in the average in 2023, won over $90,000. He's got almost $400,000 in PBR earnings. Fort Worth, say hello to Brady Randolph.
Folks, over the last decade and a half, 2 decades plus, this next man is no doubt, without question, holds some of the greatest moments in the bull riding world. 7 different times he has made his way to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, including a reserve championship just a few years back in 2017. He's your 2012 Resist All Rookie of the Year, and in the PRCA alone has accumulated $1.5 million in bull riding earnings. Folks, this is none other than Richards, Texas, Trey Benton III. So as you can see, folks, we were not lying, and I'm telling you what, we have got a pack of wolves that it did not get introduced or about to climb down on the back of these buck and shoots as well. You've got literally some of the greatest bull riders in the PRCA and the PBR that have all come together right here at the BTO. But now, folks, here in the BTO, there is a lot of outstanding attributes that they bring to the table. One of which is the opportunity to share with a partner in service. So at each and every one of these bull team events, folks, they come together with somebody throughout the community that serves that community with a direct mission. And here today, folks, we have got a great organization in the Fort Worth Police Department that we are going to highlight here tonight throughout this great night. So, folks, right now we have got some great police officers, part of Fort Worth PD, that are here in our VBIP area. And so for anybody that might be here a part of our military or anybody in our first responders, please stand, raise your hand. Folks, how about a big round of applause for those folks, those men and women that keep us safe in our great country here tonight. And here with the Fort Worth Police Department, I'd like to introduce to you on behalf of the crew, this is H.J. Olmo, here with the Fort Worth Police Department. Again, the Fort Worth Police Department started back in 1873. Your first marshal back then was E.M. Terrell, and since then, Fort Worth has continued to be one of the bright cities in all the United States. So thank you to H.J. Olmo and the rest of the Fort Worth Police Department here with us tonight. Now, folks, at any Western sporting event, we want to make sure to bless this arena. So as I hand the mic over to the great James Hurst for our invocation.
Let's pray. Let's pray. Father God, we come here tonight. We each have so much to be thankful for, to be living in this land and this country where we have the freedoms. God, we have even the freedom to be here tonight. Father, I just pray for each and every rider tonight that, God, that you would watch over them to keep them safe. Father, I thank you for each and every one that will handle the bulls tonight. God, keep them safe. We thank you for all the judges, for all those that are working behind the scenes, even those that are out where they can be seen. And God, I just ask that at this time, God, you will watch over each and every one here tonight. God, speak to us. God, you are so good. And even to come to watch this bull riding tonight. God, we can see your hand in it. For this we ask that and it's in the name of Jesus, your son, as we come to even to celebrate his birth. For I ask it in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I'm going to tell you right now, ain't it beautiful? Well, if you will, please stay standing and look towards the screen as we go to our national anthem. Fort Worth, Texas, who's proud to be an American?
Well, folks, at this time, I'd like to introduce you to three of the greatest aspects here in bull riding. Right now, the three bullfighters, the cowboy protection bullfighters, are going to be standing in their way from Idaho. Gary Pratt, as well as one of the top bullfighters going down the road, and number 3 in the UBF from Fruita, Colorado, this is Connor Cazada. And just a week back, this next man from Athens, Ohio, was your world champion in the UBF, and he's right here at the BTO. This is Connor Kimbrough. Well, Fort Worth, without further ado, it is go time to get things rolling. And we're going to kick things off with a bang as we get ready to roll on down. We're going to start things off with the Kansas man, the 25-year-old from Fort Scott, Patterson Starcher. Now, right here, we talked about it earlier on. Not only are these bull riders competing with each other, these bull teams, these contractors are going head-to-head. And right now, we're going to kick things off with none other than the BTO World Champion in the 2024 season. This is a Trey Kimsey bull they call Hokey Pokey. But right now, Patterson Starcher, big-time season here in the PRCA, closing in on $40,000 won here this last year, including a trip to the Prairie Circuit Finals. Right here, Patterson Starcher and Hokey Pokey from Trey Kimsey.
Absolutely, Cody. I'm going to tell you right now, Trey Kimsey's bulls last year, they put on a show. Like I said, came home with that BTO champion, brought home the Can-Am and the money.
And for you bull riding fans that might be to your first BTO event, you might have heard the name Trey Kimsey before. That's right. That's because you just got done hearing it for 10 different nights at the National Finals Rodeo. All right, Patterson Starcher. Hokey pokey from Trey Kimsey. Go to work. Go to work. Into his hand around the corner. Fort Worth, we're going to start this thing off the right way. Big time bull ride right here in the gate. Hokey pokey and Patterson Starcher. Watch as the big bull comes around. He starts to find his way inside of that well. One of the hardest moves in all of bull riding is to get in the well and come right back out of it. Reaching for that outside ear. Patterson Starcher does it perfectly. Great bull ride right there to kick things off. And the scores are coming in. Trey Kimsey, Bucking Bull, Patterson Starcher. Right here tonight, folks, with the quality of bull riders that we've got here tonight, I would imagine we might be closing in on 20 different qualified rides.
All righty. So scores are starting to come in for that cowboy. How about an 86 to kick things off, Fort Worth, you bet. So we move now to Decatur, Texas. We move to Rafael dos Santos. This cowboy's a 4-time PBR World Finals. He represents the Austin Gamblers. He has drawn a bull they call All Night.
Well, Trent, just like that, we're 2 out and 2 down. And Rafael dos Santos, your 4-time PBR Finals qualifier, is going to show you how it's done right here in the door with the Rising Cattle Company Rock Solid Bucking Bull All Night. Now these judges all night long are going to have to be getting these things dialed in just right, because we're going to have a boatload of qualified rides. Here are your judges here tonight: Cody Wood, Mel Kimbrough, Billy Wayne Buddy, Clint Berger, Chris Walton, and Corey Atwall will be dialing things in. But just like that, we're back-to-back 2 outs, 2 down, and an 86 from Patterson Starcher in the number 1 spot. So an 86 sitting at the top from Patterson Starcher. Rafael dos Santos, great bull ride right there in the gate. 86, going to be another 86. So just like that, back-to-back, we're 2 different 86-point rides. So 1 and 2 at the top. Here comes Mauricio Marino, still flying crazy from Wilo Bucking Bulls. Come on, Mauricio, get around the corner. And going to go both ways right here. Wilo Bucking Bulls, your number 2 bull team in the 2024 season, showing you why with a great bull right here from Still Flying Crazy. Mauricio Marino putting together another great ride. We talked about it, Trent. I was expecting about 20 so qualified rides, and we have already got 3 on the board. Mauricio Marino.
Absolutely, Cody. I told y'all, Fort Worth, you better be ready to rock and roll, because we are now 3 for 3. The scores are coming in for that cowboy.
As we're going to head on down now to the Pinnacle Bank Buck and Shoot. Jesus Villa on the bull they call Riser from Rafter G Rodeo. Now Rafter G Rodeo, big time contractor, just had 2 different bucking bulls there in the Thomas and Mack in the National Finals Rodeo. Come on, Jesus. Get around the corner, keep pumping. Opens up with the outside foot. And Jesus Villa going to knock one down as well. Good looking bull right there. Rafter G Rodeo. Going to be interesting to see how these bull team scores start coming together. As you go back and watch Jesus Villa open up with that outside foot, showing those judges he's in complete control of this bull ride.
Absolutely, Cody. So we are now going to move to Mr. Lane Nobles from West Texas. He qualified for the 2021 PBR Finals. He's drawn a bull they call Sweet Thing. This is a Blood and Pro Genetics bucking bull. He was the Denver, Colorado shootout champion, won a little over $20,000. Fort Worth, I want to know something right now. On the count of three, let me hear you scream. 1, 2, and 3.
Big shout out our Fort Worth PD out in our VIP area getting ready for tonight. The John Wolf concert will be hitting the stage right when we're done, but we have got some more great bull riding right around the corner. Blood, Pro Genetics, Bull Sweet Thing.
All right, so Mauricio, he had an 85.9. Jesus Vila came with 87.
So 87 points at the top of the leaderboard. Here comes Lane Nobles now. Up and down around. Get her back around the other way. Oh, man. Big downhorn bull right here as you go to your Wilo Ranch replay. Watch how Lane is tapped off right around the corner into his hand right here. This bull's going to take a big jump forward, come back around the other way, looking to get that foot drop down, but just couldn't quite get around there. Lane Noble's going to come down with a no score here in our first section of bulls.
So now we move, Cody, to Dakota Smith. This cowboy's from Kaufman, Texas. He's drawn a bull they call Hey Jack. This is a Turner bucking bull, and I expect this to be big, Cody.
Yeah, without question right now, when you're looking at the scores we've got with an 87, 286 is an 85.9. I'm looking for more of the same as we're knocking on the door to be that 90 mark, and Dakota Smith well within his reach as the Kaufman, Texas man climbs down in the buck and shoot. Now, folks, one of the great things that you're going to have a chance here to do tonight, a lot of these great bull riders are coming back to get on too. So not only do we get to watch some of these superstars in the bull riding world get to do it once, but they're going to come back in the second section and do it again. Right now, though, it is Dakota Smith time and the Hey Jack from Turner Bucking Bulls. Big shout out as well to the Wilo Ranch, folks. If you're looking for some apparel, right up here on the concourse floor, there is some good looking, high quality Western wear with the Wilo Ranch. You do not want to leave here tonight without getting yourself something nice right up here on the concourse floor.
Well, Cody, while we've got a little bit of time, I want you to meet the judges. Say hello to Cody Wood, Mel Kimbrough, Billy Wayne Bubsby, Clint Berger, Chris Walton, and Corey Arwell. Those are your judges.
They have had their hands full early on. Our first 4 bull riders out, 4 qualified rides. Looking for another one right here from Dakota Smith. Now, this is a college athlete right here, riding for Northwest Mississippi Rangers, right on the rodeo team. Just in September, jumped out, was your champion at the West Alabama College Rodeo. So when you're looking at these college athletes and the future of our sport, right there, Dakota Smith, looking to make his way to the College National Finals Rodeo in Casper, Wyoming. But before then, he's looking to knock one down here in Fort Worth, win himself a current title right here in the BTO. Dakota Smith and the Hey Jack from Turner Bucking Bulls. Oh, man, there's a bucking bull now. I'm telling you what. The Hey Jack was getting it on around the corner. Watch as he gathers and plants off those front feet. Going to get a little bit ahead of Dakota Smith, and he's going to come down. Going to be a no score here tonight.
So we move to Trey Thomas, Weatherford, Oklahoma. This cowboy right here finished number 9 in the BTO standings this past year. The bull he's drawn, that's Wicked Phase, Mason Bucking Bull. We are chasing an 86. We've got 2 86s, and that's what we're chasing, and we hope to be excited.
We're going to take things down to the R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot. Folks, if you're looking for quality, comfort, and heritage, inside every box of an R. Watson Buck and Boot is what you'll find right here with the great partners, R. Watson Boots. Trey Thomas, Mason Bucking Bulls, Wicked Face is our matchup. Now, Trey Thomas right here, one of the more consistent bull riders going down the road. Love every single time he slides up and nods his head because he is a technical bull rider, does it perfectly. When he gets tapped off, there might not be anybody that makes it look any better. Trey Thomas, Wicked Phase, Mason Bucking Bulls. Keep riding, Trey. Keep hustling. Keep hustling. Now we're talking Fort Worth. What do you say? Trey Thomas just knocked one down.
Absolutely, absolutely. Scores are coming in for this bull rider.
Trey Thomas getting around the corner, driving that shoulder as that bull comes around into his hand. Bull is fading across the arena. These judges are going to have their hands full tonight. You have watched some great bull rides back to back to back, and we've seen another one here from Trey Thomas. Well, as we're going to keep things rolling down the line while the scores come in, we're going to go to Quincy McDonald, Ava, Missouri Cowboy. PBR man has got himself the bull-branded 900 from Barrett Buckenstock. Now Quincy McDonald has just watched a lot of great bull rides before him. So right now when you're talking about a bull riding like this and you have got to be as many points as possible, you've got to bring it. Make sure to look as good as possible on the back of that bull and show out for these judges. Quincy McDonald, the bull-branded 900 from Barrett Buckenstock as we go down to buck and shoot number 2, your BTO buck and shoot.
Scores a while ago for Trey Thomas. They were 85.4 for Trey, 85.4. All right, so this is Quincy McDonald. Like I said, like Cody said, is on the bull 900. This is a Barrett Buckenstock bucking bull. He's making sure everything's right, Cody. He says, outside, let's do it.
Picks him up around the corner, make that trend. Look at the move right there from Quincy McDonald. I'm telling you what, Fort Worth, that was a bull rider's bull ride. Now we'll see what the scores have to say when you go back to the Wilo Ranch replay. Watch as he's coming around into his hand right here on this Red Bull as he's gassing around the corner. He's going to get inside, come back around the other way, and away from his hand, kicks loose with that inside foot, gets another hold, and gets back around there. Fantastic bull move from Quincy McDonald.
Absolutely, the judges are going to have to sharpen their pencils on this one because I'm going to tell you right now it's going to be great. Surveys are coming in, Cody.
That's the kind of move, that's the kind of bull ride, though, that'll fire you up. Like I said, we'll see where the scores come in, but you got to love the grit. You got to love the effort to get to that 8-second whistle.
How about an 85.5? 85.5 for Quincy McDonald.
And as we go down the line now, we're going to go to the Pinnacle Bank Buck and Shoot. Right here is a D4 Red Line Pro Rodeo they call Red Line. Now, we talked about him in the introduction. Right now, as we get ready to roll, this is Richards, Texas's Trey Benton III. Now, right now, if you're any sort of bull riding fan, you've watched some of the more iconic bull rides, iconic moments in our sport over the last 15 years is owned by this man right here. Just last year, he was the gold medal winner in the Days of 47 rodeo in Salt Lake City, Utah. With $1.5 million won in the PRCA alone, Trey Benton III continues to be a leader and a standout in the bull riding world. And you talk about toughness, you talk about grit. There might not be anybody tougher. Let's do it, Trey Benton. Look at this, away from his hand, in the door. And Trey Benton III's going to show you how it's done. Picture perfect bull ride away from your hand. And how about Connor Cazada? I'm telling you what, that big, scary animal athlete right there had Trey Benton lined out, and watch Connor Cazada step right in between them and take that bull's attention. I'm telling you what, if you love bullfighting protection, Connor Cazada's as good as it gets.
That right there, Cody, is why we've got the best in the business in the bullfighting industry. Y'all give them bullfighters another round of applause, if you will, Fort Worth. I'm telling you, Surveys are coming in for Dre Benton the third. As they come in, we say, how about 87 points, Trey Benton the third? You betcha. So we move to Como, Texas. This is Grayson Cole. He's on a bull they call Cole Witt. This is a Wilo Ranch homegrown bucking bull. This cowboy finished 24th, and he said, let me have him.
Oh, yeah, just right, Grayson Cole. You want to talk about flat dominating one right there. Grayson Cole just did that. I'm telling you what, from word go, he is tapped off around the corner and just going to hammer one down here in Fort Worth in your Como, Texas Cowboy. And a big-time bull ride right there, getting some big-time money chops in there, showing those judges that he is in complete control of this situation. Grayson Cole, another big-time bull ride.
Oh, yes, Cody. So scores are coming in right now. We are, and they're getting everything.
Well, as the scores come in, we're going to take things down to buck and shoot number 4, the Wilo Ranch buck and shoot with Colin Miller. This is a D&H Cattle Company bull that they call Haston 24. When you talk about stock contractors competing against one another, this right here might be one of the greatest contractors of all time, without question. And folks, if you're a buck and bull fan, make sure to join us tomorrow. 10 o'clock in the morning, we have got the ABBI $1 Million Futurity Tour Stop number 2, and you can come and watch some of the great D&H Cattle Company rising superstars of the bull riding world. But right here, it's Haston and Colin Miller. Look at, oh man. Hard to ride black bull right there. Gonna call him up just a little bit and then really come around the corner. After he loosened him up, going to be a no score for Colin Miller.
So we move now to Caden Bunch. He's drawn a bull they call Jesse James. This is a Barrett Barnes PRCA rodeo bucking bull. This cowboy, I'm telling you right now, is the real deal. He came into the BTO last year, took some money, said, let me show you something. He's come into Fort Worth saying, I'm fixing to show you some more. How many Caden Bunch fans we got in Fort Worth, Texas? Let me hear you scream.
Well, I'll tell you what, Trent, I'm definitely a part of that right here. This young man right here does not waste any movement. I love watching him ride bulls as he slides up on the back of Jesse James. You're going to watch this guy right here get after him. Come on, Caden Bunch. Into his hand, picks him up, keeps him coming around the corner. Caden Bunch now is going to put one on the board and going to knock down the Jesse James.
Absolutely, Cody. I told you before he ever bucked out, I'm telling you, he is the real deals, and I'm telling you the judges are going to have their hands full.
Thank you so much to CB Fincher's Western Wear, family owned and operated since 1959 for 65 years, Burleson, Texas. This has been home to CB Fincher's Western Wear. Thank you to our great partner, CB Fincher's Western Wear. Oh, man, the scores continue to come in. This is getting good. You're going to have to go 90, I would imagine, if you're going to want to jump out and win this thing. So as we move on down now to Bruno Carvalho. Step that step from Hilliard Utilities is your buck and bull. Bruno.
So Caden Bunch was 82.7. 82.7 for Mr. Caden.
Well, Fort Worth, we're going to keep this party rolling. We're going to move on down now to a Sao Paulo, Brazil bull rider that represents Arizona Ridge Riders on the PBR teams. This last year, he's won over $100,000 in the PBR alone. So it's Bruno Carvalho. And that step from Hilliard Utilities looks to be better than an 87-point bull ride right now, sitting at the top of the leaderboard. All right, Bruno. Fort Worth, when this gate cracks, let's get behind him one more time. We're going to keep things rolling. Keep this party going. The momentum in the building is definitely on our side. You might not see more bull rides than any bull riding on the planet than right here at the BTO. Bruno Carvejo. Step that step in Hilliard Utilities, one of the great sponsors of the BTO, Hilliard Utilities. Not only representing and supporting it in a big way as a sponsor, but one of the bull teams as well with their bull Step That Step. Big Bull's kind of leaning on his inside leg there a little bit. Gonna readjust that wrap. Got to get him standing square right here. When you're talking about this much money on the line, need to make sure to get it right, get a good, solid, clean out. And Bruno Carvejo is just about set and ready to ride. All right, Bruno, go ahead. Go on with your bad self now. And your Arizona Ridge rider is going to show you why. He was drafted and representing one of the great PBR teams. Bruno Carvejo going to step off like he's been there 1,000 times before. And we got ourselves another qualified ride.
Absolutely, Cody. So the scores are coming in for Mr. Bruno. I'm going to tell you right now, we are still, these guys are just riding left and right nonstop, and you were right the whole time. Scores are coming in for Bruno, and I can't wait to see them, Cody.
Yeah, you are watching a bull riding now. Absolutely love it. If you're a fan of bull riding and you're watching these guys full on compete now, they're going to have to step up and loosen up and spur one down, get some extra points if they want to have the opportunity to go to the top. Bruno Carvejo, great bull ride.
Scores coming in for Bruno, 84.9 for Bruno, 84.9. So we move. We go to Jackson Ward from Goddard, Kansas. He's 30th in the PRCA, won a little over $77,000. He finished 6th in the Prairie Circuit. This cowboy himself, he's drawn Little Johnny. This is a Jake Brewer Burris bucking bull.
That's right, Trent. Right here, this is a name to remember. At only 21 years old in the Goddard, Kansas man, Jackson Ward had some big-time moments throughout the year. Lehigh, Utah, Rapid City, South Dakota, and then some. Well, you want to talk about being number 6 in the Prairie Circuit, that's about as tough as it gets in the bull riding world. The Prairie Circuit, year in and year out, has always got some of the greatest bull riders on the planet, and Jackson Ward is one of those without question. Little Johnny, Jake Brewer, and Burris Bucking Bulls is the bull underneath him here tonight. Fort Worth, let's be better than 87 points. Let's get ourselves a new leader with the Kansas man. This is Jackson Ward from Goddard, Kansas.
When that gate cracks open, Fort Worth, I want to hear you scream, can you do it? All right, so when the gate cracks, you know what to do. Are you ready, Fort Worth?
BTO Buck and Shoot is where we're at. The bull teams only. Changing the scene in the bull riding world. Giving these contractors the opportunity to win the big money that they deserve, as well as the bull riders. And bringing our fans and sponsors together with a big-time party after each and every event. And tonight we are lucky enough to have none other than John Wolf hit the stage. So, folks, make sure that you don't go far. As soon as we buck the last bull, one of the greatest sounds in all of country music is going to be hitting the big stage, and we're going to keep this party rolling here on a Friday night in Cowtown. But as Jackson Ward looks to get this bull standing square and set, Little Johnny, Jake Brewer, and Burris Bucking Bulls give him a little bit of fits right here in Buck and Shoot number 2. Jake Ward, with as many outs as we've had, got to get it right. Let's do it now. Hop, skip around to the right. Oh, and the Black Baldy. Little Johnny's going to loosen him up, going to bring him down. Going to be a no score for Jackson Ward.
Fort Worth, won't you show him some of that Cowtown hospitality? You don't let that cowboy go out of here in silence, if you would, please.
Man, Trent, I'm telling you what, we got some bull fans in the building tonight. Absolutely great crowd here tonight. It is a great time to be in Fort Worth, folks, with Christmas right around the corner, the new year, and we are kicking it off on a Friday with the BTO. As we work our way down the line, we're going to take things down now to the Bull Nitty Gritty, Machinery Auctioneers and Hannah Plantation. This is Taylor Allen. Taylor Allen, your bull rider, the Louisiana man, the 21-year-old, is another one of the great bull riders coming up and down the road here in the PRCA, coming off a great 2024 season. looking to get things rolling right here. And I'm telling you, an $8,000 payday right here would start off his 2025 season the right way, give him that little bit extra cushion with that much money in his pocket. And you could do that right here at these BTO events.
Absolutely. So we are going to the R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot. Like he said, this is Taylor Allen, and he is ready to add a little change to his Christmas budget. What do you say, Cody?
I think we've got another one in store right here. Another qualified ride. We've got a couple 87s, a couple 86s, and a lot more following them after that. We need somebody to jump out and separate themselves from the rest of the pack. And young Taylor Allen, let's do it right here. Round of the corner in the gate to the right. Oh, heads up, heads up. Yeah, looks like he's gonna come out of there unscathed. A little bit scary there for a second, but the nitty-gritty gonna get it on around the corner to the right here and bring Taylor Allen down.
So we move now to the Jasper, Texas Cowboy, Mr. Braden Richardson. He was an NFR qualifier in 2021, finished 31 in the world in 2023. He has drawn a bull they call Switchblade by Skylar King Pools. We are chasing an 87. How many of you in Fort Worth, Texas think that Braden Richardson can do it right here, right now? Let me hear you now.
Without question, Braden Richardson, Switchblade from the Skylar King Pools. The young man has been one of the great bull riders over the last few years. 2021 making his way to the Thomas and Mack. Looking to get back there here in 2025, Braden Richardson. Another opportunity right here to challenge that 87-point bull right at the top of the leaderboard from Trey Benton III. Braden Richardson, Switchblade. Skylar King Pools, Bucking Bulls. Oh, Braden Richardson had him going around the corner, but right there, one of the things you got to love about an animal athlete is if they continue to get stronger as the trip goes on, and you go back to the Wilo Ranch replay. Watch how this big Red Bull's going to catch a gear right there and kind of pull his chin up and bring him down. Going to be a no score for Braden Richardson, but a great bull right there from none other than Skylar King Pools, your number 8 BTO team this last year.
So look at the leaderboard right up here above us. You've got Jesus Vila at 87.7, Trey Benton the third in second, and Patterson Starcher in third, and with Rafael Dos Santos and Grayson Cole, those 3 86s. So, Cody.
Your R. Watson Boots leaderboard, Jesus Villa, 87.7. Sitting at the top. Well, we've got a lot of great bull riding action still yet to go, and we're going down to another big-time bull rider and big-time matchup right here. This is going to be Christopher Baker. Treble hook from Porter Cattle, 5S Bucking Bulls is where we're headed. Christopher Baker, the Cleveland, Texas young man. Come on, Christopher. 18 years old, and he's going to jump out and hammer one down.
Look at that, Fort Worth, as they set him down. Whoa, holy.
Well, it's a great bull ride. I don't really like that get off, though. Going to catch a hip on his way out there. Want to make sure the young man is okay. Landed it awfully hard right there. And Christopher Baker, the Cleveland, Texas kid, made a great ride, as you see here on the Wilo Ranch replay. Watch as he picks him up around the corner into his hand. Loosens up with that outside foot, keeps hustling. But this bull's going to jump out of that spin just a little bit. Going to catch the hip as he's looking to jump on out of there. And whoa, look how high he is in the air over that 6-foot panel fence. And going to land awfully hard. So I want to give Christopher Baker a moment, make sure that he is okay.
So,
bull riding can get awfully rough at any given moment. That young man right there is tough as nails and showing you exactly that right there.
Scores come in for that bull ride. It's 80.7. 80.7 for that cowboy. So we keep moving. We move to Lucas Costa. He's a 29-year-old cowboy. He won big money in Brazil. This is the next Brazilian superstar right here. He has drawn a bull they call Bandito. This is a Show Me Rodeo with Wilo Ranch as well. And we are chasing an 87.7 right here.
Now, Fort Worth, if you're a bull riding fan, you know that every single year there seems to be one of those great Brazilian bull riders that are just a massive athlete that comes onto the scene in a big way. Now, just in September, I watched this man right here in Bennett, Colorado, at a bull riding jump out, was 2 for 2 on the night, and rode some of the rankest bulls over the summer that I had seen in person. Lucas Costa on the Bandito from Show Me Rodeo in Wilo has got a huge opportunity right here to take the bull riding world by storm here in the 2025 season. And right here in the BTO of Fort Worth, that 87.7 at the top of the leaderboard from Jesus Villa could be in big-time trouble with the big-time Brazilian bull rider getting ready to nod his head here in buck and shoot number 2. Now, you will watch this guy right here. He is strong when around the corner, will flat dominate these bucking bulls, and is as consistent as they come when you look at his stats coming up from Brazil. Lucas Costa, Bandito from Show Me Rodeo and Wilo Ranch is next to go.
Well, you can see right there that bull's giving him just a little bit of trouble. But I tell you what, Fort Worth, how many of you have enjoyed the Bull Teams Only event so far? Let me hear you scream.
All right, Lucas gets a good seat. Bear down. Let's do it right here. Come on, Lucas Costa. Another great bull ride into his hand, and the Bandito from Show Me Rodeo and Wilo is going to get conquered right here from Lucas Costa. Well, Trent, I'm telling you what, the judges here at the BTO might be one of the more difficult seats in this entire building tonight, as we've watched another great bull ride right here from Lucas Costa, and the score's coming in.
That's right, Cody. They are coming in, and I'm going to agree with you on that. The judges have got their work cut out for them today, but that's why we've got some of the best. The surveys are coming in for Lucas Costa, and these are going to be nice. How about this? We are going with it looks like 80.4 for the Cowboy, 80.4 for Lucas Costa.
Well, great bull ride. I'm telling you, know that name. Look out for it here in the 2025 season. Well, we're going to go down to Pinnacle Bank, the official bank of the BTO. This is the Seymour, Texas man, Colton Beatty. Now, he's got Shakira from Folsom Point Bucking Bulls. Colton Beatty looking to make a big move right here early on in the BTO season. All right, Colton. We are right in the gate, around the corner, back around the other way. Go ahead, Colton Beatty. Oh. Fort Worth, we started a rank bull ride right there. Not quite able to make that transition back around the other way. Great bull, Shakira from Folsom Point Bucking Bulls. You see right here on the Wilo Ranch replay, he was right there, couldn't quite get that inside foot down, and going to get into his hand a little bit around the corner, and a no score for Colton Beatty.
So we move now to Guilherme Valerias on a bull they call Aggie Pete. This is a Julian Cattle Bucking Bull. This cowboy right here was third at the Challenger Series Championship in Vegas. He was champion of the Stockyard Showcase, and at the UTB in Sioux Falls, he won a little over $40,000. This cowboy's got $150,000 in career earnings in the PBR. Guilherme Valerias and Aggie Pete, the stage is set.
Aggie Pete, one of the great bulls from Julian Cattle. One of the great bulls of the ABBI of the last couple years, and now you're getting to see him right here on the big stage of the BTO. Remember, folks, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.'s tour stop number 2 for the $1 Million Futurity is right here in this very same building. So if you love bucking bulls, make your way on down. Come on, Guilherme. Hop, skip, pick him up into his hand, Guilherme Valerias.
Fort Worth, he can hear you now. Scores are coming in. We're chasing an 87.7.
Great bull ride right there. Aggie Pete showing you some difficulty. Those first jumps out, kind of hop, skip, really gathering that front end. Aggie Pete, Julian Cattle. Well, we're going to take things down now to buck and shoot number 4, your Wilo Ranch buck and shoot. This is going to be Lucas Bonfine on the buck naked bull from JUCO. Now, JUCO Bucking Bulls was ranked number 7 after the season here with the BTO. So a great bull right here from Buck Naked. Lucas Bonfine, our bull rider, Buck Naked, JUCO Bucking Bulls.
So the score for Guillermo was an 85. 85 for Guillermo. This is Lucas Bonfine.
The Wilo Ranch Buck and Shoot. Folks, remember, you don't want to leave here tonight without going to the Wilo Ranch booth up here on the concourse floor. Some fantastic apparel, great Christmas gifts right around the corner. Make sure to get with the Wilo Ranch booth right up here on the concourse floor. All right, Lucas Bonfine, you need to be better than 87.7 to go to the number 1 spot. And you could do just that with the bull power underneath you, Buck Naked from JUCO Bucking Bulls. Lucas Bonfine, Wilo Ranch Buck and Shoot. All right, Fort Worth, just about there, getting things set and squared away. Lucas Bonfine. Again, remember, folks, these contractors are winning some huge payday, big-time checks with the BTO, $50,000 to be exact. And JUCO Bucking Bulls was your number 7 contractor in the 2024 season. Just to give you any indication of what kind of bull power you're about to see come out of the Wilo Ranch Buck and Shoot. All right, Lucas, bear down and make yourself a bull ride now. Let's go 90 in Fort Worth, Texas. On a beautiful Friday night, Lucas Bonfine. You can see him working with that bull, trying to get him standing square, leaning on his inside leg right there. Big, stout, strong bull right there. Not quite able to get all the way up on his bull rope. There we go. Lucas Bonfine, Wilo Ranch Buck and Shoot. There you go, Lucas.
All day long, Lucas, you betcha. Absolutely. Well,
Nice ride, Lucas Bonfine. Bull didn't quite have as much kick as some of the others, but you seen Lucas right there kick loose and start using that outside foot to keep him up on his bull rope. That is the sign of a great bull rider, and he's going to get to that 8-second whistle and get the score on the board.
absolutely, Cody. So while the scores are coming in for that cowboy, surveys say 80-point ride for Mr. Lucas Bonfine, 80 points. So we move to Dante Eldridge. This cowboy's from Yoakum, Texas, 27-year-old. He's a 2022 bull riding champion. He won some money at the Louisville, Texas PBR in the Stockyard Showcase. He finished 14 in the BTO, Cody.
14 in the BTO is saying something when you talk about the 6 different events and the bull riders that were there. You're talking about some of the greatest bull riders ever that were inside those standings with the BTO. And right there, Dante Eldridge was right in the mix.
He's drawn the Bull Fury from Knapp Ranch. And so this is going to be a showdown. We've seen him ride. Whoa, look out. Wow.
Well, the bull's going to act up a little bit in the bucket chute. Going to take a re-pull right here, and a great opportunity for us, folks. If you are in need of any independent insurance, we've got one of the greatest agencies out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. For home, car, boat, renter insurance, and more, make sure to get online and get with Harmon Insurance, one of the great partners of the BTO. They can insure you anytime, anywhere. Make sure to get with Harmon Insurance.
So Dante Eldridge, he takes a rewrap, making sure everything is perfect and how he wants it. Fury's tried giving him a little trouble. He said, I'm fixing to show you something. He said, let's do it.
Well, bit of a tough out right there. Unfortunately, looked like going to be a no score right here for Dante Eldridge on the Fury from Knapp Ranch. Fort Worth, we're going to turn things up a notch right here with this next matchup. When you want to talk about a bull team competition and you see Show Me Rodeo in the draw, you know you've got some buckers. This is Show Me Rodeo and Burkham's Dang Dang and none other than Afonso Jr. Now, Afonso Jr. is another one of those bull riders. San Luis dos Monte Bellejos, Brazil. The 27-year-old has won over $60,000 in the PBR this year. Representing the team Florida Freedom. Afonso Jr., let's go 90. Oh, we had a chance to do just that. The bull right there, Dang Dang. Flat bucking around the corner, going to get him ahead of him a little bit around the corner. And Afonso Jr. is going to come down.
So let's move to Stephenville, Texas. This is Laramie Cragen. He's a big bull rider. Guess what? This man is 6 foot tall. He is your backyard bull riding champion. He has done things. He's fixing to show you what he's all about. He's drawn a bull they call Out of Control. This is a Hannah Plantation Machinery Auctioneers bucking bull. He said, you know, that 8,000, Cody, would help me good right around Christmas time.
No doubt about it right here, Trent. Like he said, this is a big, strong bull rider right here, and he rides that way. Big-time athlete right here. When he has the ability to get around the corner and get tapped off, Laramie Cragen does it better than most. Out of Control from Hannah Plantation Machinery Auctioneers. That 87.7 we had way out early on from Jesus Villa is in trouble right here with another great bull rider, the Stephenville, Texas man, Laramie Cragen. R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot. Fort Worth, we've got to get ourselves a little bit closer to 90. At some point in this night, we are going to get there, I would imagine, in Laramie Cragen. And Out of Control, our next opportunity to get that done.
Yes, sir. So Laramie Cragen, he's going to take him a little rewrap, make sure everything's right and how he wants it.
Fort Worth, we have got ourselves a big-time treat in store for you here tonight. When you want to talk about great country music, especially from right here in the Oklahoma, Texas area, it don't get much better than John Wolf. When you're going to be talking about hits like Boots on a Dance Floor, Same Old Bar in the 90s, That Girl in Texas, the list goes on with the hits that John Wolf has put out over the last 5 to 10 years. And I'm telling you what, we are going to have ourselves one fantastic time right down in the dirt. As soon as the bull run is over, John Wolf will be hitting the stage. But before then, it is Laramie Cragen time right here on Out of Control from Hannah Plantation Machinery Auctioneers.
So he's fixing to get everything ready, and you know what to do, Fort Worth, when that R. Watson gate cracks open. The 6 foot tall man's going to show you what he's all about and give him 50 cc's of iron. You just watch.
Laramie Cragen, Stephenville, Texas. Well, looks like things just aren't quite right down in that box. Balled up in the back of that buck and shoot. Need to get him standing up square. Folks, big shout out as well to those of you watching us around the world on Equus Television. If you have not downloaded the Equus TV app, you need to pull out your phones, search Equus TV, that's EQUUS TV, and you could watch some of the great Western sports going down the road right now, including the entire 2025 season of the Bull Teams only. So live action, great, clean, fantastic opportunity to watch the BTO.
So it looks like Laramie's having a little bit of trouble with Out of Control. Let me ask you something about this, Fort Worth. How many of you are digging the tunes that are being played on this beautiful Friday night? Let me hear you scream.
One of the great music directors in all the world, and Ruben Cruz up here keeping the party rolling. That is right, that keeping that energy level up is right now we're looking to take things to the top with Laramie Cragen.
All righty. So Laramie Cragen out of control's the bucking bull. Like I said, it's a Hannah Plantation and Machinery Auctioneers bucking bull. We're coming out of that R. Watson Boots bucking chute. Well, you're getting everything right and how he wants it.
Laramie Cragen getting out over that front end of this big bad dude right here from Hannah Plantation Machinery Auctioneers. And we've watched this young man right here do it multiple times, event in and event out. Like I said, big, tall, strong athlete right here, and he rides just like that. Really works and allows these bulls to pick him up, gets tapped off around the corner. Well, now the bull squatting down in the front end. Laramie Cragen out of control, giving him fits here on a Friday.
So we are going to move to Sam Southern on a bull they call Let's Roll. This is a BS Cattle and Partners bucking bull. This cowboy right here.
Well, Laramie's got it set now. We got the bull standing up. He is going to sneak up on him. Slide and ride Laramie Cragen. Let's do it cowboy style in Fort Worth. This is Laramie Cragen and out of control. Sit up, sit up. Oh, man, look out. Fort Worth, Texas, I'm telling you right now, you just watched one of the greatest cowboy protection bullfighting moves you could ever imagine. You just don't pay him enough. Watch on your Wilo Ranch replay. Watch Gary Pratt right here as Laramie Cragen lands in an awkward spot. Gary Pratt and Connor Kimbrough are going to both take a shot from that big bull right there. Right at the same time, that was a fantastic job from our cowboy protection bullfighters. Thank you, Fort Worth. I'm telling you what, that was as good as it gets on cowboy protection.
So we move to Sam Southern. So like I said earlier, it's on a bull they call Let's Roll. This is a BS Cattle and Partners bucking bull. This cowboy's from Snyder, Texas, by the way of Willigoland. He is a 21-year-old cowboy, won money in Seminole, Texas at the PRCA there in September.
Yeah, Trent, right here, if you look at the landscape in the rodeo world, especially here in the bull riding and the saddle bronc riding world, the Australians have come to town without question, and Sam Southern is one of those from Weengallen, Queensland, Australia, the 21-year-old. Has come here to take the money. You look at Kai Hamilton, you look at Damian Bennett. Right there in the saddle bronc riders, there is a boatload of them, and here comes another one from down under, and Sam Southern. Let's roll. Sam Southern. Look at this bull right into his hand. Open up, stick it all over him. Sam Southern. Another great bull right here at the BTO on a Friday night. Sam Southern was tapped off from word go, made it look good the entire time, and he's going to conquer the Let's Roll from BS Cattle and Partners.
Oh, absolutely. Fort Worth, he can hear you now as the scores are coming in for the cowboy.
Watch the black and white bull fade across there, and Sam Southern just keeps moving that outside leg, keeps up with that bull around the corner. As he's fading across there, that was just an outstanding bull ride from Sam Southern.
Scores say 85.7, 85.7, you bet. So the next cowboy we move to, he's making a name for himself. His kid's 17 years young. He's a champion in the making. This is Mike Lee's son. Won't you say hello to Noah Lee? He finished 7th in the BTO. He has drawn a bull they call X89. This is a Trey Kimsey bucking bull. When that gate cracks open, Fort Worth, I need you to hear you scream because you're fixing to see a champion in the making.
Your BTO champion and Trey Kimsey bucking bulls in 2024. X89, Noah Lee, Let's make some fireworks on a Friday. Here he comes. Back around the other way. Look out, Noah Lee. Just right. Fort Worth, you just watched one heck of a bull ride.
I told you, Cody, he was a champion in the making. That kid is 17 years old, Fort Worth.
There is no doubt about it that Noah Lee is going to follow in his father's footsteps and have himself a PBR gold buckle one of these days. I would bet the ranch on it. Watch as this bull comes around there. I'm telling you, that bull is gassing it back around the other way, away from his hand, and the ability to shift those hips and stay inside that spin. A fantastic bull ride right there from Noah Lee on the Trey Kimsey Bucking Bull X89.
Survey is coming in for young Noah Lee. How about this? 87.7 Noah Lee.
Well, Fort Worth, that means we got ourselves a 1-2 split at the top. And Jesus Villa's got himself some company with Noah Lee with an 87.7. But as we go down now to the Windrock Bulls, 133H is your bucking bull. Julio Felix from Sao Paulo, Brazil, the young 20-year-old, has made his way here to Fort Worth, has already won some money down at the Stockyards PBR. And we talked about Lucas Costa and a new Brazilian that could be on his way to the bright lights on a Sunday afternoon on the CBS network. This is another one that could absolutely be going in that same direction. And a big win right here in Fort Worth at the BTO would catapult his season and keep his momentum rolling to doing just that. Now, when you talk about Windrock Bucking Bulls right here, you're talking about some of the great young up-and-coming animal athletes of the ABBI. Windrock Bucking Bulls, bull-branded 133H, Julio Felix. This is a matchup right here that's got a big-time opportunity to go 90 and challenge those two 87.7s at the top from Noah Lee and Jesus Villa. Again, thank you so much to the Wilo Ranch for all that they do for the bull riding world, especially here with their high-quality Western apparel. Make sure to get up on the concourse flow. The Wilo Ranch been family-owned. Named after the two great kids of Wyatt and Shiloh, founded in 2019, and it is growing year in, year out. And right now, we're getting ready for Julio Felix and Windrock Bucking Bulls.
Yes, sir, Cody. So they are getting everything right. Like you said, this is a Windrock Bucking Bull. Fort Worth, I want you to expect big numbers right here. This is a great, great matchup, and you're fixing to see why here in moments.
Big, strong Red Bull right here from Windrock Bucking Bulls. Seems to be a constant theme here with Windrock. Big, red, strong athletes is what they tend to bring to town, and we got ourselves another one with 133H. Folks, the Pinnacle Bank Buck and Shoot, the official bank of the BTO, covering 8 different states for any and all your financial goals. Make sure to get with Pinnacle. Come on, Julio, let's do it right here in Fort Worth. Look at this. Get around there, Julio. Keep gassing it. Oh. There was some bull power right there now. Windrock Bulls brought a good one in 133H. Watch as he catches gears around the corner. Julio was not quitting, gassing it over, pumping over his head, but just can't quite keep up around the corner. Going to be a no score for Julio. Well, now here in section number 1, we've got one more to go. Here in our first section of Bucking Bulls. It has been an outstanding set of bulls with an 87.7 at the top. But folks, look who's climbing down in the back of this buck and shoot in the R. Watson boots. Here in 2024, the name Wacy Shala is now without question a staple in the rodeo world. When you want to talk about rodeo athletes, it does not get any better than this young man right here. Arapahoe, Oklahoma. You're getting ready to watch the future of our sport nod his head and make himself a bull ride right here on the baller from Clay Taylor Bucking Bulls. When you want to talk about being number 7 in the world in the bull riding, number 27 in the world in the bareback riding, you give this young man another season and the opportunity to get inside the top 15 in the bareback riding, and that all-around title is well within his reach. Come on, Wacy Shala, let's get it done. Clay Taylor, Bucking Bull Baller, and Wasey Shala. Hard bull to twist right there. Wasey Shala going to stay on his feet and get out of that bit of a hang-up. Clay Taylor, known for bringing some big-time bucking bulls, and there's another one in the Baller. He's going to win this one here tonight.
So that's going to wrap section number 1 up. Look at the leaderboard right here. After this replay, we got Noah Lee and Jesus Villa in number 1. Trey Benton the third in number 2 with Patterson Sarcher, Raphael, and Grayson, all number 3 right there with those 386s. Well, while we are taking just a small pause for the calls, get you something to drink. If you ain't got your people here yet, give them a call. We're fixing to be throwing out T-shirts. Get ready, and we've got to hear your voices now.
Fort Worth, the louder you get, our Cowboy Protection Bullfighters are going to hear you, and we're going to start launching some shirts up into the stands. So as they start to make their way around, Gary Pratt, Connor Kimbrough, Connor Cazada. Come on, Fort Worth. We're only halfway through one of the greatest bull ridings here on a December night. Let's hear it as the T-shirts start to make their way out to you. Come on, Fort Worth. Right there, come on. The louder you get, the more likely you're about to get a free shirt. Nice work, Connor.
That's what I'm talking about, you betcha.
What a great crowd we've got here tonight in Cowtown. Again, our Fort Worth PD, our great partner on the night. Big shout out and thank you to everybody with the Fort Worth Police Department. Folks, that is only one section down, and we have had a boatload of bull rides, but none have been better than Jesus Villa and Noah Lee with 87.7s. So a great opportunity. Grab yourself something to drink. Keep getting things turned up on a Friday night. We got one more section of bulls, and then we're going to head to the big stage for John Wolf. Well, Fort Worth, we're just 5 minutes away from getting things started here with section number 2. Grab yourself a drink. This is last call before we start bucking bulls again. We're 5 minutes away from getting things rolling and bringing these bull riders right back to do it again. Just a few minutes out. Going to get this arena dragged, and we're going to get things going here with section number 2. Section number 1 brought us 2 great scores of 87.7 for Noah Lee and Jesus Villa, sitting at the top of the leaderboard right now. But we've got another set of great bucking bulls, and these bull riders are reloaded and going to come back and do it again to challenge that top spot of 87.7. Fort Worth, the arena is dragged. We're moments away from getting things started and kicking things off here with section number 2 of the BTO. Well, Fort Worth, Texas, it is time to get things rolling with the second section here of the BTO. Trent, the bull riders came to ride without question in that first section. You look at the top of the leaderboard right here, and Jesus Villa, Noah Lee with 87.7s, followed by Trey Benton in the number 3 spot, and then we've got ourselves 3 86s with Patterson Starcher, Rafael Dos Santos, and Grayson Cole, rounding out our top 6.
Absolutely, Cody. So I'm going to tell you right now, Fort Worth, we just scratched the tip of the iceberg. How many of you in Fort Worth are ready for section number 2? Let me hear you scream now.
All right, Cowtown. Well, like we talked about early on in the BTO, pan out over $1 million in the 2024 season. These contractors have brought another jam-packed set of bulls here tonight, and none other than your world champion here in the BTO, Trey Kimsey, sitting at the top of the leaderboard with the R. Watson Boots leaderboard with a 94.80. D4 and Redline Pro Rodeo with a 94.6. Rafter G Rodeo at a 94.5 is going to round out the top 3 in the bull team competition. And now as the bulls are getting loaded, we're getting closer to kicking things off here with another jam-packed section of bucking bulls. Folks, as we get these bulls loaded once again, I'm telling you what, there was a couple of moments early on in that section, all the way through. You watch cowboy protection bullfighting at its highest level. Myself, as a rodeo fan, cowboy protection is as good as it gets. And I want to give a big shout-out and round of applause, folks. You watch some big-time saves from Gary Pratt, Connor Cazada, and Connor Kimbrough. How about it for your cowboy protection bullfighters as they come back on out and get ready for Section 2. Well, Trent, as the bulls are getting loaded, we're about a minute away from getting things started here with our next section.
All right, so while they're getting the bulls loaded, how many of you can see me right up here in the announcer's stand with a black shirt on, silver hat? Wave at me if you can. We're going to do this while they're getting loaded. This side over here, let me hear you get as loud as you can on 3. 1, 2, and 3.
That's pretty good, Trent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cody, left side. Let's do it on 3. 1, 2, and 3.
That was pretty close.
It was.
We might need to do that again, Fort Worth. We're just getting warmed up. Come on, set them up again, Trent.
Let's do it all together. Fort Worth, if you're ready for section number 2, on the count of 3, let me hear you scream together. 1, 2, and 3.
I love it. I love it. There's no place I'd rather be than Fort Worth, Texas, and at a BTO bull riding as we are just about ready to get underway. So a lot of these bull riders are going to be coming back and doing it again for their second time tonight. But their scores are individual, so they have the opportunity to not only be first, but second as well. You're going to see some other names that we weren't in the first section come in here to section number 2, and they are some big names. So the bull rider talent does not slow down here in section number 2 as we get closer to getting things started. Patterson Starcher started things off in section number 1. He's going to kick things off in section number 2 with us as well. And Cracky Chan from Trey Kimsey Bucking Bulls will get us started. Fort Worth, as soon as we are done bucking bulls, we're going to turn things on over to the big stage. The music is going to go down from none other than John Wolf. If you have not heard John Wolf, you are in store for a treat. I'm telling you right now, with over 150,000 listeners on Spotify alone monthly, the man has continued to put in hit after hit over the last 15 years. Cannot wait to keep this party rolling on a Friday night in Cowtown with John Wolf as soon as that last bull is bucked. And again, folks, a big shout-out and thank to all of our great partners. It does not get any better than Wilo Ranch, R. Watson Boots, CB Fincher's Western Wear, Pinnacle Bank, the official bank of the BTO, Harmon Insurance, and Hilliard Utilities. Fantastic group of people to help keep things rolling and provide these big-time paydays for these bull riders and these contractors. Thank you to each and every one of our partners with the BTO. Well, the bulls are loaded. The stage is set. We just bucked 28 bulls in a quick hurry and had a boatload of qualified rides and 287.7s at the top. So as we look to get things started here in the R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot, we're going to get ready to go here with a Fort Scott, Kansas man and Patterson Starcher. Here matched up with a Trey Kimsey Buck and Bull, Cracky Chan. Now the first section started things off with Patterson Starcher. He put together an 86-point bull ride. So right now, Patterson Starcher sitting in that 4th, 5th, 6th split at the moment. Now Trey Kimsey Buck and Bulls continuing to pick up where he left off in the BTO, sitting in that number 1 spot in the bull team. This time he has brought the bull power from Cracky Chan. So Trey Kimsey, Patterson Starcher, let's kick it off the same way we started off the first section with a qualified ride from the Kansas man.
You know what to do, Fort Worth, coming out of that R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot. When that gate cracks open, you've got to get as loud as you can. And when it opens, we know what to do. We're looking for high scores. 87.7 is what we had last round. How many of you are ready to see a 90-point ride in Fort Worth? Let me hear you now.
There is not much more I love in this world than 90-point bull rides. And when you look at Patterson Starcher right now, one of the great bull riders going down the road in the PRCA, number 12 in the Prairie Circuit this last year, he has got himself some momentum carrying into the 2025 season. I would imagine that here in the next couple weeks, he's going to make his way from the BTO of Fort Worth to the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, at the National Western Stock Show to start off his PRCA season. Now, let's do it right now. Patterson Starcher, do it again. Keep pumping. Keep pumping. Go, Patterson Starcher. Getting around the corner on the Black Bull, Cracky Chan from Trey Kimsey. Big shout out. Watch Cracky Chan right here. Another great bucking bull. Going to catch a gear right here. Going to go to that next level and get Patterson just stretched out a little bit at the end of his arm. Going to bring him down early and a no score for Patterson.
So we move to Eric Domingos. This is a bull they call Thunderstruck. This is a Risen Cattle Rock Solid bucking bull. This cowboy right here is from Parola, Brazil. He's 25 years young. He represents the Florida Freedom. He's won 80,000 in the PBR right now.
Now, Fort Worth, when you're looking at the bull underneath them, when any of these bull riders come to town, if you got Rising Cattle Company and Rock Solid by your name, you know that you've drawn yourself a bucker. Now, one of the great ABBI contractors in bulls and Thunderstruck, Eric Domingos, has got himself a bad cat underneath him right here. These bulls tend to be extremely athletic and darn sure going to be well taken care of and ready to come to town and bring the heat every single time that gate cracks. Eric Domingos, Thunderstruck, Rising Cattle Company, and Rock Solid. Another one of the matchups that just jumps off the page. Let's do it right now. Eric, come on. Get out over the front end of the big bad brindle. Eric Domingos is going to get another one knocked down here in Fort Worth and be 2 for 2 on a Friday night.
Absolutely, Cody. Fort Worth, he can hear you now. Look at the scores as they're starting to come in.
Now, we've watched this strong brindle bull buck multiple times, and Eric Domingos tapped off around the corner, around to the right. You could see that Thunderstruck. Not used to having a bull rider there at that point in time, and the scores are going to be coming in, and Eric Domingos is going to be 2 for 2 here in Fort Worth. Well, we're going to go down to buck and shoot number 2. Mauricio Marino has got himself a wide low range bucking bull they call Whoa. Now, Mauricio Marino was 85.9 to start things off his night in section number 1. And another great opportunity right here for him to go 2 for 2. Fort Worth, let's get the momentum back on our side and get ourselves another string of great qualified rides like we did in the first section. Mauricio Marino, our next man to do just that. I was awfully impressed with this young man in the first section. Really tracked that bull well, picked him up, made it look easy in section number 1. Mauricio Marino. Whoa is your Bucking Whoa Wilo Ranch Bucking Bulls. Your reserve champion in the BTO stock contractor standings was Wilo Bucking Bulls, and here they are with Whoa.
So the score for Eric was an 82.8. 82.8 for Eric Domingos. Mauricio, the stage is set for you, my man. This is a Wilo Ranch Bucking Bull they call Whoa. On the count of 3, everybody say whoa. 1, 2, and 3.
I would imagine that might have turned this bull up a notch. He knows his name. He can be ready to buck. Mauricio Marino. Gonna have to pull his hand out and take a re-pull. Folks, again, big shout out to Pinnacle Banks for any and all your financial needs. If you're looking to achieve financial goals at the highest level, make sure to work with the very best and find yourself a partner. Pinnacle Banks, the official bank of the BTO. Speaking of Pinnacle Bank, we're going to roll up one here to buck and shoot number 1, the Pinnacle Bank buck and shoot. We're going to go down to Jesus Villa. This is your number 1 man on the night with an 87.7 in section number 1. He has got himself another Rafter G Rodeo Company bull they call the Big Papa. Rafter G continues to be one of the great rodeo contractors on the planet, providing some great animal athletes at the Thomas and Mack just a couple weeks ago, and we got ourselves another one in the Big Papa. Can Jesus Villa go to the top spot, knock himself off the number 1 pedestal? Big Papa and Rafter G Rodeo.
Yeah, Cody finished number 8 in the BTO last year. He's come back with vengeance, saying, I'm fixing to show you what I'm all about. And we're going straight to number 1, Fort Worth.
Look at here, Fort Worth. We're going to go 1,000 miles around to the left. Jesus Villa is going to be 2 for 2 and another great showing here on a Friday in Cowtown as the young man going to put together another great ride on the Rafter G Rodeo Bull Big Papa. That is exactly what we were looking for right there. Trent going to go back-to-back qualified rides. He was 87.7 in the first section.
Absolutely, Cody. The scores are coming in for that cowboy. 2 for 2 of the night, Cody. You know that's going to be doing well as the event goes tonight.
And a great way to start off his BTO season. You put together a couple of great qualified rides like that here in Fort Worth. They're going to start things off and be one step closer to possibly being that BTO champion in 2025. Big shout out to our bull shaggers. TJ Roberts doing a great job gathering up these bulls. That's Cowboy now.
Scores come in for Jesus. How about an 84.7? 84.7. So we now move back to Mauricio Moreno. He had an 85 in the first round. Like I said, he's on that bull they call Whoa. This is a Wilo Ranch Bucking Bull.
Fort Worth, we're just getting started. We need to turn things up because not only we got another great section of bucking bulls, we got John Wolf going to hit the stage tonight as we get things moving here in Cowtown. Mauricio Marino. Come on, Mauricio. Let's get to number 1 right here with the Wilo Ranch Bucking Bull. Get out over that front end, and Mauricio's going to be 2 for 2.
Watch this bull as he comes out of the chute. Look at him get stronger. Look at that big kick right there. He comes with it. Mauricio said, I'm going to show you something. Am I right, Cody?
Awfully impressed with Mauricio Marino here tonight. Those are 2 bull rides back-to-back where he has just flat dominated. Made it look easy right there once again. That is a name to keep an eye on. Mauricio Marino showing out here in Cowtown.
Scores are coming in. Survey is saying 85.3 for Mauricio. 85.3. You betcha. So we move now to Lane Nobles. This cowboy early came up a little shy in the first round, but he's coming back with vengeance. He's on a bull they call Maheba. This is a Bloyd and Pro Genetics bucking bull. We're coming out of R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot. Cody, I'm going to tell you right now, this cowboy never fools me once or twice. He's fixing to show you what he's all about right here.
Without question right now, when you look at Lane Nobles, the West Texas man makes it look good when he gets tapped off. But man, Lance Bloyd Pro Genetics brought us a bucker right here. Maheba is your bucket bull. Big time out right there again. Nicely done. Connor Kimbrough, Connor Cazada, Gary Pratt right there. Johnny on the spot to step right in front of him. But that was a big time bucking bull. Bloyd Pro Genetics. Maheba going to win this one here tonight. Well, we're going to keep things rolling as we're going to go to the Wilo Ranch Buck and Shoot. Fabio is your bucking bull. Turner Bucking Bulls brings him to town as we look to move down now to Alex Sorriquera. Now, Alex, another one of the great Brazilians representing the Florida Freedom. This man right here has had himself a fantastic 2024 season. Now, we talked about the guys here that have been at the top of the pinnacle, have been the champions before. Just this last year in Ocean City, Maryland, Alex jumped out and was your champion on the East Coast. He was also number 2 on the Unleash the Beast event out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and has won over $400,000 in the PBR with 11 event wins. Looking to win one here in the BTO. Come on, Alex. Alex Correca. He's going to get to the 8-second whistle. In Fort Worth, we got ourselves another one on the board.
Absolutely, Cody. Fort Worth, he can hear you now. Let him show him some of that hospitality that Cowtown offers. Scores are coming in, Cody. I'm telling you right now, the judges, they better be ready to rock and roll at this event, because I'm telling you, we have got qualified ride after qualified ride.
No doubt right there. And I'm telling you, when you look at any given bull rider, I mean to tell you what, every single one of these bull riders is big time. And there was another one right there. What a great night of bull riding here with the BTO in Fort Worth. And we're just going to reload and do it again as we're going to go down now to Jet Harkins. Jet Harkins has got himself the Chandler's Dream from Mason Bucking Bulls.
The score for Alex is 83. 83 for Alex.
83 points. I'm telling you, we have had one qualified ride after another. And right now, when you got Jet Harkins climbing down on the back of another one here from Mason Bucking Bull they call Chandler's Dream. The R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot is where we're at. So for those of you watching us live around the world on Equus TV, welcome. We're right here in Fort Worth, Texas at the BTO. Watching the greatest sport on the planet, watching the greatest bull riders go head-to-head against some big-time bucking bulls. Jet Harkins, let's be better than an 87.7 here in Friday in Cowtown at the BTO.
Absolutely. So he scoots up and he said, come on, let's do it, Fort Worth.
There it is. Keep riding, Jet. Get out over that front end. Off on his feet, Fort Worth. He can hear you now. He just conquered the Brindle Chandler's Dream.
19-year-old phenom, like I said, he finished 3rd at Louisville and the Stockyards PBR. The scores are coming in, and I think they're going to be wonderful.
That you gotta love right here, Trent. When you look at these bull riders, we got a lot that have conquered the sport of bull riding in the rodeo world. We also have some of the great up-and-coming superstars, and you just watched another one in Jet Harkins, the young 19-year-old. Showed you he has got himself a big-time future here in the sport of bull riding, right there on the Chandler's Dream.
So scores are coming in for Mr. Jet. How about an 82 for Jet Harkins, 82? So we move to the Missouri Cowboy. This is Quincy McDonald. He finished third at the Knoxville, Tennessee PBR this past year. He has drawn a bull they call 95J. This is a Barrett bucking stock bull. He had an 85.5 in the first section, and we're chasing an 87.7. How many of you think Quincy can do it here? Let him hear ya.
Oh, Quincy McDonald, the 95J of Barrett Bucking Bulls, is going to win this one. Going to bring him down early. Going to be a no score for Quincy McDonald. Folks, any company could sell you a pair of boots that look authentic at a glance, but what it takes to deliver an heirloom quality product with craftsmanship in every detail that truly lives up to the cowboy code, well, you can find out with your next purchase from R. Watson Boots, one of the great partners here at the BTO. Thank you to the great team at R. Watson Boots. Speaking of R. Watson, Trent, we're going to head down now to the R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot. This is a D4 Redline Pro Rodeo Bucking Bull they call Level Up. Now, when you go back to section number 1, there's very few better than this next man. He had an 87-point bull ride in the first section. So right now, when you head down to Richardson, Texas, you're going to have to count yourself a 7-time National Finals Rodeo qualifier. Right now, folks, this is going to be Trey Benton III looking to come back and do it again here in the BTO.
Absolutely. Like he said, this cowboy has accumulated $1.5 million in the PRCA. 2017, he was number 2 in the PRCA with $350,000. Let's do it.
Well, Fort Worth, I'm telling you what, D4 and Redline Pro Rodeo brought us a bucker right here. I'm telling you, this cute little muley right here was getting it around the corner. You got to love the effort right there from Trey Benton. You saw him open up with that inside foot to give himself a chance to get around there, but tonight, Level Up is going to do just that and going to win this one here in section number 2.
So we move to Medeas, Texas. The 25-year-old, this is Parker McCown, is a 2020 NFR qualifier. He is the permit record holder for the most money won in a season, almost $90,000. He has drawn a bull they call 50 Cent. This is a Wilo Ranch bucking bull. Coming out of the Wilo Ranch buck and shoot as we speak.
Now, just like in the breeding bull program, you've got the very same thing in athletes. Right here, Parker McCown, none other than a cousin to the 2 NFL QBs, Luke and Cade McCown. Right now, Parker McCown showing you how the family represents the bull riding world. Your 2020 NFR qualifier and the 50 Cent from Wilo Ranch. Can we get higher than an 87.7? We've got 2 of them. We need one to jump out, separate themselves from the rest of the pack. Fort Worth, let's go 90 right here with Parker McCown.
So he's trying to get everything right. 50 Cent said, I'm going to give you $1 if you give me 90. Here we go. He's making sure everything's good. When the gate cracks open, Fort Worth, let him hear you now.
Go ahead, Parker. Sit up, make yourself a bull ride. Parker McCown is going to get to the 8-second whistle. Awfully tight to that panel. He can hear you now, folks. He's up on his feet, looking good. Parker McCown just knocked one down here in Fort Worth.
Absolutely, Cody. We're chasing an 87.7. The scores are coming in. We are looking at... They are getting typed in, loaded up for us.
All right, judges, we're going to go to 41 on your sheet. So as we wait for the scores to come in, we're going to take things down to the Barrett and Barnes PRCA Rodeo Bull they call Smokey. Now his partner here tonight, the Tahlequah, Oklahoma man, the Florida Freedom Cowboy. This is Caden Bunch.
All right, so Parker McCown, Parker McCown was an 85.7.
85.7. Come on, this is Caden Bunch right here. In the gate around to the left into his hand. Come on, Caden. Look at this, Fort Worth. I'm telling you, the Bull Smoky from Barrett Barnes and PRCA, Caden Bunch. This is one of the superstars of the PBR and one to keep an eye on over the next 5 years. I'm telling you what, this young man is going to make a mark in the sport of bull riding, and he just made a mark right here in the second section of the BTO of Fort Worth. I believe the scores are coming in. Smoky from Barrett and Barnes was getting it around the corner, and we've got ourselves a great bull ride from none other than Tahlequah, Oklahoma's Caden Bunch. Man, I love a great bull ride like that. As we're going to go to the Pinnacle Bank Buck and Shoot. I believe we're heading down to Bruno Carvalho.
Scores come in for Caden Bunch. How about an 86.1? 86.1.
Well, Trent, that 1/10 of a point is going to make a big difference. So now we got two 87.7s, an 87, and now an 86.1. Caden Bunch is going to go to the number 4 spot.
So we move to Bruno Carvalho on a bull they call Big Mac. This is a Hilliard Utilities Bucking Bull, one of our proud sponsors of the Bull Teams Only event. He was 84.9 in the first section, and we are coming for more, Cody.
Yeah, Bruno Carvalho, I'm telling you, this is one of those great athletes. One of the great athletes in the sport of bull riding. Bruno, an Arizona Ridge rider, is coming off a great 2024 season. An 84.9 in the first section. So he is flat warmed up and ready to get it done in the Pinnacle Bank Buck and Shoot. This run right here, this man Bruno, is as good of a bull rider as you'll come across, and he's right here at the BTO in Fort Worth. Come on, Bruno. Into his hand on the Baldy Bull around to the left. Bruno Carvalho and the Big Mac is going to get to the 8-second whistle.
He sticks the landing. He said, look at this. Scores are saying if he has stuck the landing, it's a 10. Scores are coming in for Bruno. He's gone 2 for 2 tonight. Scores say...
As a bull riding fan, I absolutely love it when a bull riding athlete shows you how much control he's in and how great of an athlete he is. Right there, coming off away from his hand, landing on his feet, stepping off like he's stepping off the dance floor right there. Bruno Carvalho, the Big Mac, great bull ride.
85.7 for Bruno, 85.7, you betcha.
Folks, as we go to Buck and Shoot number 2, now your BTO Buck and Shoot. Zapata from Jake Brewer and Burris Bucking Bulls has got Jackson Ward climbing down on the back of him. Now, Jackson Ward came down in the first section, but when you want to talk about great bull riding athletes in the PRCA and one to keep an eye on in 2025, this is one right here. Come on, Jackson. Keep pumping. Keep pumping. Oh, man. Oh, so close. Zapata, you got to give him credit. The bull from Jake Brewer and Burris. Another great example of getting stronger every single jump, every single round. Jackson Ward was gassing it, staying right there with him, but just got to the end of his fingertips and going to come down early and a no score for Jackson Ward.
Well, it's going to be a little tough luck, but we're going to move now to Laramie Cragen. He had a little tough luck in the first round, but we are moving. And he's coming back with vengeance. He's drawn a check. They're drawing a cow they call Magic Trick. This bull right here, Machinery Auctioneers and Hannah Plantation Bucking Bull.
Laramie Cragen and the Magic Trick. Machinery Auctioneers, Hannah Plantation. As you go to your R. Watson boots, these are your team leaders. And right now, Rafter G Rodeo with a 194.4 followed closely with Wilo Bucking Bulls 194.3 and Wilo Ranch with a 192.92 in our top three. Laramie Cragen. Laramie, Stephenville, Texas.
All right.
Let's put it all together right here and make a bull ride.
Is this 40? That's Parker McCown again.
Check that. This is Parker McCown.
Caldwell, it's DNA.
Fort Worth. I'm telling you what, right there, there's certain things that I absolutely love in bull riding, and that's when you have somebody come back and do it again, back to back with inside a 5-minute period. Parker McCown has just rode 2 bulls back to back with inside 5 minutes, and he's going to knock down the Caldwell from D&H Cattle.
Yes, sir, Cody. That's rare. That was on a bull they call Caldwell. That's a D&H Cattle Company bucking bull. So you know it wasn't good. It was one of those rides that was electric. The scores are coming in, and I imagine they're going to be great.
Without question, Parker McCown. Folks, you would not believe how much energy you exert with inside an 8-second bull ride. So when you see somebody like Parker McCown do it back-to-back like that, that is saying something.
How about this? An 85.1. You betcha, 85.1.
Great bull ride. Now we're going to take things back to Laramie Craig. Laramie Cragen and the Magic Trick Machinery Auctioneers, Hannah Plantation. Now, Laramie Cragen, over these last few years, I've watched this man nod his head and make some big-time bull ridings. From Nebraska to South Texas, come on, Laramie Cragen, let's win another one. Oh, look out, heads up. This is a great out right here from Magic Trick. Really juicy around the corner to the right. Laramie Cragen going to come down early. Gary Pratt stepping in there right there to pick up Magic Trick. Great job. Cowboy Protection bullfighting at its best, but a no score for Laramie Cragen.
So we move back to Jasper, Texas. This is Braden Richardson. He came up a little short in the first round. He was an NFR qualifier in 2021, finished 31st in the world in 2023. He's drawn a bull they call Paycheck, and I imagine he wants this bull to take him straight to the pay window, Cody. This is what they call the Schuyler King's Bull Bucking Bull.
Here in the 2024 season, you go back and watch the Schuyler King Pulls Bucking Bulls. Finishing number 8 on the year here with the bull teams only. So a lot on the line right now, folks, and I'm telling you what, we're talking about $50,000 payday. And that's just a first alone, just to give you an indication of what is on the line right here for these contractors. Then they have brought 2 of their very best to go head-to-head. And right now, if you look back at it, there's still a lot of great bulls yet to go. But right now, I believe RG, Rafter G, is at the top. But right now, here we go. Braden Richardson, Paycheck, Schuyler King Pulls Bucking Bulls.
So we're going to be coming out of the R. Watson Buck and Shoot. Fort Worth, you still having a good time with me? Let me hear you scream.
John Wolf is right around the corner. As we're working our way down the line, we're more than halfway through section number 2, which means that we are not too far away from great country music hitting the big stage and y'all making your way down into the dirt in the VIP section. Right now, how about another big shout out to the Fort Worth Police Department. Thank you so much to the FWPD for being here tonight, for everything you men and women do on a daily basis to put yourselves in harm's way and to keep our community safe. The Fort Worth Police Department, it does not get any better.
All right, so Braden's going to take him a rewrap there, and while we're doing that, how about we do this? On the count of 3, Fort Worth, I need you to say, let's go, Braden. 1, 2, and 3.
Let's go, Braden. Braden Richardson in the Paycheck. That's right. When you work your way through a PRCA season and get inside the top 15, that is saying something. And this man right here did that very thing back in 2021. Made his way to the Thomas and Mack in 10 different nights in a row, climbed down in the back of the gold buck and shoots. But right now he's climbing down here in buck and shoot R. Watson boots. As you go to your leaderboard right now, our Watson Boots, Jesus Villa was our third bull rider out on the night, and he is still sitting number one, tied with an 87.7 with the 17-year-old sensation Noah Lee, followed closely by the great Trey Benton III with an 87. Now Braden Richardson has got something to say about it as we get ready to go. Getting closer here, our Watson Boots Buck and Shoot, Braden Richardson, and paycheck from Skylar King Pools.
Oh, yeah, so he's making sure everything's right and how he wants it. We're coming out of the R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot. You know what to do, Fort Worth, when the gate cracks. The louder you scream, the harder that bull bucks, and the harder the bull that bucks, the higher the score.
And folks, if you love what you're seeing here with the bull teams only, make sure to follow Equus TV all season long. You can catch all the great BTO action live on Equus TV. Download the app as soon as you can and keep all these bull scores and bull teams in line throughout the 2025 season as we look to crown ourselves another champion and pay out another $1 million+ here in the BTO. All right, Braden. Little bit balled up in that Buck and Shoot. And again, kids, how about a big shout out to Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus up on the concourse floor. Make sure to come say hello. Come on, Braden, it's go time. Oh, bam, the Black Bull here from Skylar King Pools, really getting it around the corner to the right. Braden right there with him, going to jump forward and kind of leave him hanging into his hand as he comes back around the other way. Well, unfortunately, going to be a no score for Braden Richardson. Well, Fort Worth, we're coming down the line. We're getting into some heat now when you want to talk about the bull riders. And what is up for grabs right now? An 87.7, Jesus Villa and Noah Lee sitting at the top spot. We're going to take things back over to our left-hand delivery now. We're going to go on over to the BTO Buck and Shoot. This is going to be Smokin' Joe from Porter Cattle and 5S Bucking Bulls. And now when you look at the bull riding world, the bull teams, the PBR teams to be exact, have taken the bull riding world by storm and have provided these bull riders an opportunity to ride for great money, to have some reassurance. Before that, as you go to the R. Watson Boots up on the big screen, Rafter G Rodeo still sitting number one with a 194.4 and an opportunity to be $50,000 richer. Rafter G Rodeo.
Absolutely, Cody. So like I said earlier before we started this whole thing, this is one of the fastest rodeo organizations growing in the country today. Like I said, we paid over $1 million last year, and I'm telling you right now, just from what I'm seeing here in 2025, this coming year is going to be electric.
Speaking about being electric right here, we're going to take things down to the Texas Rattlers. Do we have any Texas Rattler fans in the house being here in DFW? I know we got one of them up here in the booth right now as we're getting ready. For the Stephenville, Texas man, this is Brady Randolph. Now, Brady, over this last year, has won a boatload of money, over $400,000 in the PBR alone. Was number 4 in the average a year ago at the PBR World Finals, and has helped the Texas Rattlers get to some winning ways. But right now, he is looking to get points on the board and be higher than an 87.7, matched up with Smokin' Joe from Porter Cattle and 5S Bucking Bulls. Now, when you look at the bull riders in the world today, Brady right here stands out in a big way. A bull rider right here has got the opportunity to get by the rank ones. Now, a lot of bull riders can jump out, be 85 points on any given day, but this man right here has got the ability to get out over that front end, take the power away from a double rank cat like he's got right here in Smokin' Joe and go 90. So old Brady looking to take a repull right here in the BTO Buck and Shoot.
So it looks like he's going to take him a re-ramp here. Well, Like I said, Fort Worth, how many of you have come to party on a Friday night with us at BTO and John Wolf? Let me hear you scream. Ruben, let's kick it up here while they're freaking. They're going to be doing this right here, taking a rewrap. Let's kick it.
Come on, Brady Randolph. Folks, it's been a while now. That 87.7's been standing at the top. I'm going to go out on a line right now and say Brady's about to go number one. Come on, Brady. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm telling you what, right here as you go to your Wilo Ranch replay, watch as Brady comes around the corner away from his hand. It's a little bit inside of that well. One of the hardest moves in all the bull riding is to get out from inside of there, and he's going to get out, but just go a little bit too far, and Brady Randolph going to come down with a no score here in Fort Worth.
So we move now to Lucas Costa on a bull they call the One. This is a Show Me Rodeo and Wilo Ranch bucking bull. Lucas was an 80.4 in the first section. We're chasing an 87.7 with Noeli and Jesus. How many of you think Lucas has it right here, right now?
We talked about it in section number 1. I got a chance to watch this man right here at a bull riding in Bennett, Colorado, and came out of there a big-time Lucas Costa fan. So as we go down to the Pinnacle Bank buck and shoot, Lucas Costa and the one from Show Me Rodeo and Wilo, this right here has got a chance to be big time. Now, it was 80.4 in section number 1, so Lucas Costa is warmed up and ready to roll. And just like in Bennett, Colorado, he seemed to just get better on his second bull out. So right now, as you're watching one of the next brilliant sensations take his wrap and get ready to slide up on the back of his bull rope, Fort Worth, I'm telling you, I am ready to go 90 here on a Friday to get warmed up for John Wolf and Lucas Costa. On the one from Show Me Rodeo and Wilo Ranch has got a chance to do just that.
Absolutely. So he's going to be coming out of the Pinnacle Bank Buck and Shoot, one of our proud sponsors of the BTO and Wilo Ranch. Fort Worth, when the gate cracks, like Cody said, we want 90. The louder you scream, the harder that bull will buck. Can we do it right here?
Looking to get him standing just right there with so much money on the line. Not only for these bull riders, but these contractors as well. Those first couple jumps out of there are awfully important. Can dictate where the ride goes, whether you get to that 8-second whistle, whether you go 90 or not. Lucas Costa. And I'm telling you what, when you go to these bull teams we talked about in section 1, Show Me Rodeo knows exactly how to bring the bull power to these things to get inside the money. Looking for big things right here. Lucas Costa slides up on his bull rope, looking to make it happen. Says, let me have him. Come on, Lucas. Awfully steep around the corner. Lucas Costa and the black bull, the one. And I'm telling you what, Lucas Costa is a name to keep an eye on here in the bull riding world. He's going to show you one more time what he's all about. The Brazilian man is making his way to have a big-time 2025.
Absolutely, Cody. That's 2 for 2. If you're wanting to kick off the BTO season right, that's what you want to do. The scores are coming in right now.
Absolutely love it. One ranked bull ride after another. The BTO is as good as it gets, and you could see why all night long, why this is one of the fastest growing Western sports organizations on the planet. And we're not talking just about bull riding. We're talking about all the Western sports as they are revolutionizing this bull riding platform for these contractors and the opportunity for you fans to watch big-time bull ride after big-time bull ride. Lucas Costa, great out.
How about this for Lucas Costa? How about an 85.5? 85.5.
85.5, big-time score. Now we're going to take things down to Grayson Cole. Como, Texas. Come on, Grayson. Here it comes. on the Petey from Folsom Point Bucking Bulls. Oh, man. That bull right there was awfully hard to track. Extremely difficult bull to ride. Watch how much ground this bull is covering every single jump around there. And then just going to bail forward right there and come back around the other way. Grace and Cole going to come down, be a no score off of Petey from Folsom Point Bucking Bulls.
So we move now to Laramie Valley on a bull they call Alakazam. This is a Julian Cattle Company bucking bull. He was an 85 in the first round. The cowboy we're talking about right now is a doozy. He's one of the 23-year-old phenoms from Brazil. He was third at the Challenger Series Championship in Vegas. He's a champion in the Stockyard Showcase. He has won over $150,000 in the PBR now.
That's right, Laramie Valley has Alakazam Julian Cattle. And Laramie gonna kick loose, get around the corner. Gonna take a little bit of a shot, but it looks to be all right. Watch this Wilo Ranch replay. Watch his inside foot now. He's behind. Right here, right now, when he comes around, and watch his inside foot as he kicks loose and keeps things moving around the corner to give himself a chance. Great effort right there, but going to come up, going to be a no score for Laramie Valley House. And a big shout out right now again, Alakazam Julian Cattle. One of the things I love most about having the opportunity about following the ABBI, the American Buck and Bull Incorporated, is the opportunity to watch these bull superstars make their way through the process long before people get to see them on CBS Sports Network. Alakazam Julian Cattle, a great example of just that. So, folks, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., if you're a bull fan like we are and you want to watch the future of the bull world, I'm telling you what, right now, quite possibly the rankest 2-year-old in the planet is right below us in these back pins, and you could see him tomorrow here at 10 a.m.
So we're going to move now to Braden Kilgrease on a bull they call Walk It Out. This is a JUCO bucking bull. This cowboy right here is from Council Hill, Oklahoma. He's 20 years young, and he said, let me show you what I can do.
Heads up. Well, Walk It Out from JUCO. Really going to bring it around to the corner, gets himself hung up just a little bit. Glad to see him get out of there unscathed. Braden Gilchrist going to be a no score on Walk It Out. Fort Worth, Texas, we've got 7 more. 7 more opportunities to be better than an 87.7 and to be a champion with the BTO in Fort Worth, as well as 7 more outs before we watch the great John Wolf hit the stage and crank this party up a notch. So let's get things moving as we roll on down now to Dante Eldridge on the Black Eyes from Knapp Ranch. Now Dante Eldridge came down a little bit early in section number 1. This young man right here, I'm telling you, I am sure he is warmed up and ready to go as he has got another great opportunity to get some big money here in the BTO and make his way back in the BTO standings.
Absolutely. He's one of those young guns coming up through the ranks. He's a 27-year-old. Won a little bit of money at the PBR in Louisville and the Stockyard Showcase not too long ago. Was 14th in the BTO standings last year.
Dante Eldridge got himself a good seat right here. Says, let me have him, boys. Let's get it. Look at this. Go ahead, Dante. Keep riding. Keep riding. Dante Eldridge. We've got ourselves another one, and Dante Eldridge is going to get to the 8-second whistle.
You bet your sweet Biffy. Y'all, he can hear you now. Won't you let him hear you scream, Fort Worth? Come on.
The Plumber Bull right here from Knapp Ranch is going to get around the corner, kind of pull him down a little bit, and Dante Eldridge just sticks his chest out, tucks his chin, and gets around the corner of that 8-second whistle in a big way. Fantastic bull ride for the Yoakum, Texas man.
Scores are coming in. Survey says 87.5 for Dante Eldridge, 87.5.
Well, Fort Worth, that means we got ourselves a new number 3 on the night, and it's Yoakum, Texas' Dante Eldridge going to jump to the number 3 spot.
So we move now to Alfonso Jr. on a bull they call Donuts. This is a Show Me Rodeo Burkham Bucking bull. The Cowboy earlier had a little bit of tough luck in the first round, but he's coming back for more.
Folks, I'm telling you, it is not likely to watch Alfonso Jr. go down 2 back-to-back on a night. So right now, as Alfonso Jr. gets ready to ride the Florida Freedom Cowboy, BTO Buck and Shoot, Donuts is your bucking bull. Alfonso Jr., this has got a chance. Come on, Alfonso.
Look at him open the outside foot. Come on.
I'm telling you, you knew that he was not going to come down twice. That is a great athletic bull rider right there, Alfonso Jr. Going to put it all together here in the second section.
All righty, so scores are coming in for Alfonso. He said, you may fool me once, but you ain't going to fool me twice, Cody.
No doubt, no doubt. I would have bet the ranch on that one right there. That is a strong bull rider. Fort Worth.
Survey says 81.2, 81.2 for Alfonso.
5 bull riders to go. 5 more chances right now to be better than 87.7. Jesus Villa and Noah Lee still standing in the top spot, but we got ourselves a new number 3 with Dante Eldridge and an 87.5. So now as we get ready to go, this is going to be Taylor Allen on a bull called Wicked Paradise from Hannah Plantation Machinery Auctions. All right, Taylor. Now we are going to look to change things up. Taylor Allen has got a chance right now with only 5 more bulls to go as we roll on back to the R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot. With over 40 years of family tradition and growth in the boot business, our partner, R. Watson, this is Taylor Allen in Wicked Paradise.
This is a Glen, Louisiana Cowboy. Come on, let's do it.
Go on, Taylor. Kick loose. Oh, Fort Worth, how loud can you get with the effort that Taylor Allen just put out? I'm telling you, watch as you go back to your Wilo Ranch replay. And I, myself, am just a bull riding fan. When you watch a young man open up like this, that is not a money chop. That is a kick loose and keep gassing it, hustle, put it all on the line to get to that 8-second whistle. That was a great effort from Taylor Allen.
Absolutely. He said we're all gas, no brake. And I'm telling you, when you looked at the replay, you could see that there was times where he knew he was going to take a shot if something happened, and he held it down. We're going to go now to Colin Miller on a bull they call Short Fire. This is a Quarter and Fletcher bucking. This is a BS Cattle and Partners bucking bull. Colin was an 85.7. The scores for Taylor Allen come out to 85.6, 85.6.
85.6 for Taylor Allen. Now we're going to go to BS Cattle and Partners and their bull Short Fire, Colin Miller. Again, when you want to talk about the future of our sport and the bull business, it don't get much better than Brandon Stewart and BS Cattle and Partners right here. So again, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., the ABBI Tour Stop number 2, $1 million for charity will be taking place right here in this very same arena. So come on down and watch the greatest bulls in the world right here in the Water Arena. Colin Miller, Short Fire from BS Cattle and Partners, is getting ready to come up next here in Buck and Shoot number 4. But there is your R. Watson Boots leaderboard. Remember, folks, we've got a boatload of money. We're talking about half a century That's right, $50,000 the winner. And Rafter G Rodeo at 194.4 is still standing at the top with some great outs just right around the corner to challenge that top spot.
Absolutely. Well, we've got 4 riders left. 4 riders left. And we are chasing an 87.7 by Jesus and Noah. Dante Eldridge comes in there at number 2 with an 87.5, with Trey Minton the third with an 87. That's going to round up your top 3. This is Colin Miller and Short Fire. The stage is set, and it's about to go down.
Thank you so much to CB Fincher's Western Wear. Folks, for 65 years, CB Fincher's Western Wear has been decking cowboys and cowgirls out with some of the very best Western apparel right down Burleson, Texas. Come by and experience the best in Western wear and current Western fashion with CB Fincher's Western Wear. Speaking of Western wear, folks, don't leave here tonight without swinging by and saying hello to the great folks up on the Wilo Ranch booth right up here on the concourse floor. There are some great products for sale, great Christmas gifts, and more. So go by and say hello and thank the Wilo Ranch up on the concourse floor.
When you head over there to the Wilo Ranch apparel section, tell them Trent and Cody sent you. Also go over there and take you a photo with Santa with your new Wilo Ranch coat.
Colin Miller, Short Fire from BS Cattle and Partners. With 4 more bulls to go before we crown ourselves not only a bull riding champion but a stock contractor champion here tonight at one of the great events here in the 2024 year to start off the 2025 season of the BTO. Colin, let's put it all together, my man. Let's be better than 87.7. Come on, Colin. Look at this, Fort Worth. We got a chance. Oh, man, I'm telling you what, you see BS Cattle by your name when you come to a bull ride, and you know you better cock your hammer, and right there, Short Fire showing you why. That bull was getting it around to the right, going to bring Colin Miller down early, but how about a big shout out, round of applause for the animal athlete from BS Cattle and Partners. That was Short Fire.
So we move now to Mr. Noah Lee. You've seen him in the first section with that 87.7, who's tied for number 1. He has drawn a bull they call Con Air. This is a Trey Kimsey bucking bull. This is the 17-year-old phenom that you just watched in section number 1.
Now, Fort Worth, when you're looking at the team's payout and that big-time money that's on the line for these contractors, this is your BTO champion from the 2024 season in Trey Kimsey. Now, this is his final out of the night and his final opportunity to close the gap at the top of the leaderboard, and he's got one of the great young bull riding talents that we've seen in a long, long time sliding up on the back of his bull rope. Fort Worth, this has got fireworks written all over it. The 17-year-old Texas bull riding sensation, a future world champion without question, matched up against a Trey Kimsey bucking bull Con Air. Fort Worth, it's about to go down.
Outside in the big pen, come on, Fort Worth, I don't hear you.
I'm telling you what, folks, right now, you're going to watch Noah Lee go 2 for 2 here on a Friday in Fort Worth. I'm telling you, 5 years from now, you're going to be able to say, I remember when I watched that 17-year-old bull rider jump out and be big time with the BTO as he puts together another great bull ride. Here in section number 2, gets bowed down, doesn't even bobble, sticks his chest out, and goes on with it. Fantastic bull ride, Noah Lee. Oh, now what are you going to do, judges?
Score comes back 85.9, 2 for 2, you betcha.
85.9, and just like that, Trey Kimsey has got another great out and another qualified ride. So it'll be awfully interesting to see how these bull team scores play out and who might be walking out of here with a $50,000 payday.
Absolutely, Cody. So we move now to Sam Southern on a bull they call King Tut. This is a Windrock bucking bull.
Now we watched Windrock bulls in section number 1. I'm telling you what, every time you watch a Windrock bull come in, they are no doubt going to be stacked, strong and feeling good. I promise you that. These boys here know how to treat an animal athlete, and King Tut, I am sure, is going to be more of the same. I was awfully impressed with Sam Southern in section number 1. Now the Snyder, Texas man by way of Wayne-Gallen, Queensland, Australia, the 21-year-old, making his way on over here to the States, was awfully good in the first section. The way that he rode showed you that he's got the opportunity and the ability to get by the rank ones, to get by a 23-pointer. So Sam Southern, no doubt, has got a good one underneath him from Windrock Bulls and King Tut.
Fort Worth, how many of you think Sam Southern can go 2 for 2 on a Friday night? Let me hear you scream.
That's right, Sam Southern. Fort Worth, 2 more. 2 more bulls to go. On a fantastic night of bull riding with the BTO, we are 2 outs away from John Wolf hitting the stage and crowning ourselves 2 different champions here with the bull teams only. Sam Southern, King Tut, Windrock Bulls. The Pinnacle Bank Buck and Shoot. Again, big shout out, thank you to Harmon Insurance, Hilliard Utilities, Pinnacle Bank, CB Finchers Western Wear, R. Watson Boots, and the Wilo Ranch, the great partners here with the BTO. All right, Sam, slide and ride, my man. Let's make a bull ride.
Make a bull ride, Sam. Oh.
Well, that might not be the one you want to see by your name. I'm telling you what, if we were at the National Finals Rodeo, old King Tut from Windrock Bulls might find himself in the eliminator pin. And Sam Southern going to come down, going to be a no score for Sam Southern. Well, we talked about it just a couple outs ago. There's your new leaderboard on the R. Watson Boots leaderboard for the team standings. And with Noah Lee's qualified ride on Conair, Trey Kimsey Bucking Bulls has now gone to the number 1 spot with a 196.80 and only 1 more bull to go.
Cody, the bull rider we call Fort Worth, this is the last rider of the night. We go to Arapahoe, Oklahoma. He was number 4 in the all-around in the PRCA. He was number 7 in the bull riding and 27 in the bareback. $350,000 in season earnings. This is Wasey Shala.
And not only is Wasey Shala one of the great up-and-coming superstars in rodeo, this is a Clay Taylor bucking bull they call War Department. So Fort Worth, no doubt about it, we could quite have possibly just saved the very best bull ride for the very end. So Fort Worth, Texas, our final bull rider of the night. Let's get behind Wasey Shala right now and challenge that 87.7. Can we finish things off and get ourselves a 90 and get closer to being a champion? Come on, Wasey Shala, let's get it done.
Come on, Fort Worth, let him hear ya.
Look at this, up and down and around. Wasey Shala's gonna knock him down and make a great bull ride to finish off the night. I'm telling you, that had big-time fireworks written all over it. War Department of Clay Taylor. Look at Wasey Shala hit his post on this Wilo Ranch replay. Watch as he gets out over the front end. That is a clear example of a bull rider and the ability to get by a rank one. And a great one right there from Clay Taylor, War Department. Well, Fort Worth, these judges, we talked about it earlier, might have had one of the more difficult seats here in the entire night with this many great qualified rides. We got 287.7 sitting at the top of the leaderboard from Jesus Villa and Noah Lee. But they could not take a breath until Wasey Shala nodded his head to finish things off.
How about this for Wasey Shala? How about an 88.2?
I'm telling you what, that was set up in a big way as you go to our Watson Boots leaderboard. Wasey Shala now sitting number one with an 88.2. We do have one more bull ride to go, so we're not quite finished yet. Gotta love it. I'm telling you, the young man Wasey Shala took the rodeo world by storm. Cannot wait to watch him throughout the 2025 season. Get inside the top 15 in the bareback riding, and you're going to see the all-around race change things up in a big way. Well, folks, I guess we do have one more exhibition to go, so that means Wasey Shala is going to be your champion bull rider. But let's cheer on this next guy right here in the R. Watson Boots Buck and Shoot. We got one more bull ride in store for you here on a Friday night. Well, you want to talk about bull power now. I believe that was Laramie Wilson on the flank right there, so that might be that is a rank cat right there. Your exhibition bull of the night might have been the highest marked bull of the night.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Fort Worth, what do we think about the bull teams only event number one?
Folks, how about it for the bull teams only? I'm telling you what. You could go to bull rides all across this country and not see that many qualified rides that you just saw here tonight, including great rides from big-time superstars like Wasey Shala, 88.2, and that's going to win the night. As well as Trey Kimsey, starting off where he left off here with the BTO. He was your 2024 champion. Now going to win Fort Worth and be right back to number one here in the bull team only standings.
Photos will be taken in the arena at the end. First place team, as well as first place rider, second place rider, and third place rider. So don't take off just yet if you are any of those three. We will need you in the arena to take photos.